The record. Don't fuck anything up.
All right, ready?
All right. So we are here with Drillpoint, Ottawa band, who's been going rocking hard since 2000, and we'll get the guys to introduce themselves.
I'm Nick Miller, lead guitars.
Oh, we need some mic action here.
I'm Nick Miller, lead guitars.
Kelly Kashuba, bass player.
Stéphane Deslay, drums.
Patrick Finn, vocals.
Cody Gilchrist, guitar.
All right, now sweet, we got the whole lineup here now. Let's talk about the lineup changes, especially over the last, say, I guess year or so since we've had the new drummer. Let's talk about that, and the new guitar player.
Do you want to take that one? Or
And the other new guitar player.
Been a lot of them,
I don't know what you'd like to know. I guess in 2000 we started off with 4 guys. Things changed. We had some issues and stuff, so we actually got Cody into the band. Cody's been with us now for two and a half years almost, I guess. Steph joined us last year, I guess about April last year. And then Nick, we just decided that we wanted to add a second guitar player. Thought it would be good for us. Thought it was going to work with the sound we wanted to go for. So Nick joined us, I guess, about 3 months ago.
So, Nick, what do you bring to the band? What do you bring to the table that the band lacked before or could have used? Let's just say.
I was really into like the the shreddy shit and like the old school stuff like Testament. So I'm trying to bring like a lot of more speed, a lot of more guitar solos back. You know, bring back the '80s.
Yeah, you know,
He brings the shred to the band.
There he brings the shred. I gotta say, it sounded fucking killer with that extra guitar in there tonight. Wicked stuff. You guys battling it out a little bit, you know, with the guitars and stuff. Where are you guys with this new 3-song EP right now? You guys are recording. Whoever wants to answer. It's
That's happening, in the next month or so? We're going to be going to our buddy's studio and doing a 3-song digital EP release.
and it's only digital, right?
It's going to be all digital, just up for download and on our MySpace.
And you guys going to Audio Valley to record this again, or?
No, this time it's going to be at our buddy Terrence's studio. Does he have a name for that studio? Anyways, a buddy of ours does some good recordings. We're just going to
Cool.
do it there, make it quick, and release it digitally. No wait. There it is on the internet.
Sweet. So that's about a month, and you guys don't plan any kind of release other than the digital, which is a cool idea. I mean, you're minimizing
What
on.
we're going to do, what we're going to try to do, is we're releasing it all digital. We have a distribution deal digitally, so we want to, try to hit the people, outside of, our area or, I guess the general area. So that's going to be available. It will be available on hard disk at the show, but they're only going to be very, very limited releases. Each one will come with its own cover. The goal of this is actually to pull 3 of these in a year. So by the end of a year, we'll have 9 new songs released digitally and out and about. But at the same time, with the new members and the way things are going, like for us for shows and so on, we didn't want to have a lot of downtime, and you don't want to depend that heavily on a hard disk, because I mean, after you sell, X amount of discs independently, it kind of always does dry up. So this way, it's always going to be fresh. If somebody in Germany wants the thing, man, they just go online and they can download it for $1. And that's for us, the last single online did huge for us. It's made a really big difference. Right. So yeah, so I mean, we want to keep that kind of thing going. It's about getting more people. It's about talking to more people. It's about more people hearing it. I mean, the more places I could play, the better off I'd be. So that's the goal.
That's actually great idea on the releasing 3 a year. I mean,
Yeah.
props to you guys for coming up with that, because I don't think there's a lot of bands doing that kind of thing right now. You have somebody releasing an album every few years, and then it's like you said, keeping it fresh.
Yeah.
Good way to do it. So let's go back to where you guys started out your first recording.
Yep.
Snapperhead, right? 2003.
Yep.
And that was 5 songs? 6?
6 songs. This is 6 songs. 6-song EP. that was, it was what it was at the time. I mean, the songs have been reworked a little bit at the time. We happened to meet up with, at that time, John, who owned Audio Valley, was willing to work with us to get it done. We got it done. The CD did great for us. I mean, we almost sold 2,000 of that disc independently, which is those are huge numbers. From
That's
word of mouth and
definitely
stuff. So, especially if anybody does independent music, usually about 500 you start to kind of cap off.
For
and
sure.
you end up with a basement full of CDs.
Start giving them away at that point. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you got a bunch of coasters and and whatnot. So I mean, that part of it, that CD did really, really well for us. The first bunch of shows with that CD were fantastic. So it made a huge difference.
Perfect. And you still play a lot of those tracks, or are they kind of like what you did and you're leaving them in the past? And are you moving on to pretty much new material, or?
Tonight we didn't play any of them. We actually do have one that we still been putting in. I think it's going to come back again, and I think there might be another one that might make a reappearance.
Reworked?
With Nick now in the band, there's certain things we could probably pull off that we couldn't have before, which might add a little bit of something interesting to make it happen. But at the same time, it's not going to be the same sounding song. I mean, this band is a totally different band, far sharper, I think, and that makes a huge difference. So
Definitely the best set I've seen. And I've been to a handful of Drillpoint shows, let me tell you. Okay, and 2005, Where's the Soul? How did that do? What did it do for you guys? I know it got you guys onto some big shows at that. You guys have played for some high-profile shows, right? Damage Plan, Hatebreed,
Yep.
Sworn Enemy.
The Where's the Soul CD did well, not as well as the first as far as numbers, but I mean, reaction I think was better. We did do well. Actually, the Damage Plan show was the Snapperhead record.
Okay.
But yeah, we did the Hatebreed, and we played with Hatebreed, Sworn Enemy, and Grimm's.
How was that
Protest the Hero.
How was that? I was at the protest show. How was it though, meeting the late Dimebag, Daryl?
I don't know. It's kind of surreal, I guess.
It must have been
Especially
cool.
now that it's done what it's done. That's kind of been it's always been a little bit of an interesting thing.
For
Especially because when I got asked to sing with them, so I went down and sang with them. So of course, since then I've been asked to do a cover every single time that we play. Why don't we do Pantera and stuff like that? And it's always been kind of one of those things that, for me personally, I mean, Cody was at that time. Actually, Cody was working with us, and Kelly was there and stuff like that. It didn't want to cheapen the whole thing. I actually stood on the stage with them. Did some Jagger shots and such.
Nice. Jagger shots with the boys from Damage Plan is always
went
a
out to the
fun
strip
night.
club and all that kind of thing, and it was so it was kind of it was something that's always been a little touchy for me, and the fact that it's like, well, I don't know if we necessarily want to do it, whether we should do it, but I think we've actually decided we are going to do it.
Nice.
And we are actually going to probably add. We decided on a new level from Pantera. We're actually going to cover it.
Sweet.
It's appropriate for the band.
Yeah.
We all personally feel the band is at a new level.
When can we feel? When are we expecting this to hear this? Actually, next show or what?
No, not in the next show. Probably, I think the next time we're in Ottawa, which is October. So we'll probably it may show up there.
Okay, where are you playing October? Is
Mavericks.
it set yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's your own show, headliner.
Yeah.
Nice.
First headliner with Steph in the band, and then of course now with Nick. Yeah.
Sweet.
What